Sydney. I am the founder of Tequity. And this week, I wanted to talk about something that's common that I see as I work with new entrepreneurs and new startups. Something that's been really key is halting your own progress, focusing on things that do not contribute to your outcome. And what that means is it you're holding up progress to success. And success is failing fast. Success is getting something done, making something happen. And you hold up success when you're stalling over, I don't really like this color. This logo does not speak to me. Things of that sort. Like, I don't have this screen and this one button. But what I notice a lot of the times is that we're so caught on the visual, the aesthetic, that we put so much time and thought into it that we don't make progress on the more important things. The important things is what I'm building needed, is what I'm building validated, is what I'm building profitable. Does it solve a problem? Um, some people get so wrapped up into the idea of their project, their business, their baby, that they want it to look good. They want to be polished, but all that polishing and beautiful look doesn't mean anything if it's not solving someone's problem and if it doesn't work. So, some experiences of this are when you go through the prototyping phase. Prototyping is a phase that we use to plan out the development for the app. And with that, I try to really get people to hone in and focus on, are we really meeting a problem and solving it with this concept? Are people interested in, will this work? But you would not believe people get so hung up on how it looks. Like, it doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't matter how it looks. We need to figure out, is it going to work? Right? Is this going to work? But you'll halt progress on the key things trying to worry about how something looks. And this goes into normal engagement, that especially in an online space, that we're conditioned to value how something looks. And if it looks good and got a good schematic and it's aesthetically pleasing, then it must be of quality, it must work, it must be successful. There's a lot of good, beautiful things that shine, but are broken when you get inside of it. And so it's important for us that we focus on making things work and be successful and make you money. Beautifying it is a bonus. It's not an afterthought, but it's the perk. It's the end of doing all the work. So I know that people will wait to launch a product to get it just right. Like, well, I don't have a logo and branding and I ain't got an Instagram schematic. You ain't even made any money yet. Why are you putting so much emphasis on what it looks like and how it will be represented when you haven't validated that people want to pay you for what you're putting all this time into? It's tough, right? Because you care so much about it, but you are holding up progress trying to design and color in things that don't have a plan. Another thing is where you put your time at. A lot of people have great ideas and you put it into all these bonuses, these extras, like, oh, users can call each other and we're going to do chats and all these different things. And it drives us away from why we created the app in the first place. Those are nice to have. Does it solve anyone's problem? You have to always come back to that. So when you're planning your app or you're working on your prototype with your developer, it needs to come back to, am I still solving a problem? One problem, one solution for one person. POP method. That's the key. That's what you should be focusing and worrying about. I got my one person I'm solving a problem for. I have that one problem and I have this one solution. And this is the one thing I'm building in the app that solves this problem. Anything else that supports that solution is extra. People are paying for me to solve their problem. I have to focus on that. I have to validate that. I have to monetize that. Because if I don't have that together, I just have an app full of nice things. And that happens more than you know. That happens when people get in there and then your developer is going to ask you the tough questions. Well, how is the user supposed to do this? Well, I don't know. How are we going to help this user solve their problem? What am I building that solves that? Tell me what I'm building that will solve this problem. The one thing I'm building. And there's not this one thing. It has to be this conglomerate of tools. And it's like, that's not really a niche down MVP, and you'll lose focus and users won't really know how to get value out of the app because to them, it's not even clear. Right. And especially if this is your phase one, if this is iteration one, then they need to just validate that one concept. Just roll out phase one. All those extras could be add-ons. Don't waste your money trying to do 10,000 things. Focus on the one solution. Solve that one problem for that one person. Don't worry about how beautiful it looks. Get out there. Do not let color schemes in, I mean, you would not believe it, like a button not where it's want to be, or that it doesn't slide, like change you and stop you from having success and moving forward. Those things could be altered at any time. They're very small, but you're not moving forward with the meat of your business model or the meat of your project because you're worried about this very small detail. So instead of saying, okay, well, the thing that's going to make me money in this app, right? The thing that's going to actually generate revenue, that's what we should be talking about. That's what should be the strongest piece of your app. That's what should get all your attention in detail. The button that gets them there, how it looks, the screen they see before it, whatever, right? That's hard truth, but that's a fact. You're caring about the things that do not matter and do not make you money. You're building this to have a business. You're doing this to generate leads. You're doing this to grow and scale. You're building something to solve a problem. You're putting your time and attention into the wrong things. What should you be thinking about? What should you be working on? Okay, do I have a process? Do I have a solution that will solve a problem and I know who it's for? So it means I can care less what it does. I'm just going to prototype the MVP, the problem that I'm solving, and I'm going to get feedback. I want to know how much will they pay for it. I want to know, listen, if you solve my problem and you're that good, I could give a care what kind of button and interface you have. Right? Those are just so small details. But of course, what happens is that we attach ourselves personally to the project and we don't think as an end user. We think as, this is my baby, this is my creation, versus thinking as a business owner and a founder that I need to get to market and I need to validate this concept MVP. That's what I need to do. I'm not going to keep holding up my process because things aren't sliding like I want, because things aren't in a color that I want, or this button ain't where it should be. Like, and I know this for a fact because the whole function can be just how you want it, but it's not quite laid out how you would like. And that's fine to keep working on it. But I'm saying is, don't let that stop you from saying, let's move forward. Those things, a color, a button, adjustment, those can be changed. Do not let it stop you from moving forward. You got to get to market quick. You need to fail quick. What you're going to do, and I've seen it time before, you're going to put in time, money, in planning something that you like, something that hasn't even hit market yet. And you're going to launch, and you're going to say, well, you know what, based on feedback and actually getting out there, actually, it happens all the time. And actually, once I actually seen the app done, I don't even like it no more. Actually, I want to change this. You know what? People said they would like this better. They don't want to, like, okay, but we could, if we went to market faster, if we would have just went to market and validated that first, you would have saved all that time. But now, not only did you pay to get it designed once or changed and altered once, you got to pay us again to revise it. Take heed, listen to that leadership and that the support that you have, be it your developer, coach, whoever, is to get you success. This is not our first rodeo. You have to sometimes relinquish the desire for the pretty, relinquish the desire to want to do the fun stuff. I call it doing the fun stuff. It's like, I don't want to clean the room, but I do want to decorate, right? That's the fun stuff. That's the easy stuff. And we get so excited and caught up in it, shopping around, looking at colors and getting palettes together and coming up with social content and fun, pretty stuff. But what people stall and hold the progress up is doing the work, doing the hard work, having to sit down and do a process flow, having to sit down and get a list together of people in your industry of all your user types, to send out a very articulated, requirements gathering, validation form, sending that out, collecting feedback, validating price points, benchmarking other people. That's what you should be putting all that time into. That's the time you should be nitpicking about and about color scheme and scroll through. That's the easy stuff. That's the fun stuff. You hired and are investing in experts to help you do the hard work. And you are holding up that hard work over things that don't even make you the money, things that don't even solve the problem. It's tough to realize, but you are holding up success yourself. So I want you to see where have you been holding up the horse. If you have a project you've been waiting to start, are you holding it up? Are you waiting till you get all these things in place? Listen, I've done plenty of websites. I've done plenty of projects where we work so hard trying to get all these things together. And in the end, you finally get some feedback and now you change it, right? Now that you see it put together, you're ready to pivot. This is fact. This is not my personal feeling. This is not my personal thought or taste. This is fact. This does go down to logos and color schemes, right? It's not about what you like. It's about what converts. It's about what's engaged. It's about considering being ADA friendly. That everybody don't see color like you. There are colorblind. There are people who are visually impaired. Your technical people put all that in consideration, but you don't, because you're not the end user and you're not the consumer, so you don't consider that. You're just thinking about what looks good to you and what you would like to see. Get it done first. Get something to market around the MVP in your revenue generating model. Get that validated. And then in that, you can collect feedback on appeal and what they would like to see and user experience, all that. But do not let it hold up your progress. Don't you hold up your progress or success. You have to get that product to market. You have to find a fit. You have to validate your offer. You cannot get held up over IG schematics, over logos, over color, over branding, over naming, over things that don't make you the money. You can call your app whatever you want. People are going to buy into the solution that it provides. Stay focused. Stay focused. That's why we're here, to help you. Stay focused. Stay grounded in why you're doing what you're doing, why you started this in the first place. We got you covered. Tough conversation. We say it with love and because we care. Here, our team. Stay focused. Let go of all the frills. We got plenty of time to do that. That's the fun stuff. Let's do the hard work now. You will be so grateful and you will feel so much more successful if we do the hard work now. If you have questions or you have comments, every other Monday, I will answer them. I look forward to talking to you within the next 2 weeks. Do the hard work. And of course, I'm here to help. Thanks. See ya. Have a great week.